Magician of Team Sorcerers here, and yes, I'm still doing these in the same clothes. I do change them, but these have been filmed back to back to back, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm doing this while Emma's currently playing Phasmophobia, and this is the other request by Joseph Barfield, and that is, what if Razer broke down earlier in Series 4? Well, I don't think a lot would change, to be honest, so this is going to be a pretty short one. I mean, it depends whether it's the first round or the second round. If Razer breaks down in the first round, then that would be a huge shock and a major upset. The third seed, the world champion, out in round 1. So Velociripper would end up going through. Then again, I guess it depends who breaks down first between Velociripper and Razer. Because Velociripper did get immobilised, but for the sake of the point of the video, we're just assuming that Razer would break down first. So that would mean that Velociripper would go on to fight Bug, and more than likely in that matchup, Velociripper would beat Bug, because, well, Bug has hardly any weaponry. So because of that, it's a fairly easy win for Velociripper, and then it meets Pussycat and gets trashed. I mean, Velociripper is very fast, but it also lacks offensive weaponry, although it has more than Bug, that's for sure. And Pussycat, like I said, would trash Velociripper and still go through to the series semi-finals. Hey B, come to sit with me again. Come on. Oh, there's his tail. Now, if Razer broke down while fighting Bug, well, in order for the whole point of the video to come about, this would have to happen before Razer tears any wheels off Bug. Maybe if it broke down after ripping off one wheel, then I guess Bug would still be more mobile, but yeah, again, naturally it would be a big shock and a major upset, and Bug would make it to the heat final. So for either Velociripper or Bug, it would be the best that both robots ever did. Well, at least until the Velociripper team built Mighty Mouse, which then made the heat final in Series 7, only to lose to Thermidor 2. But anyway, but Bug wouldn't get much further, and would of course be no match for Pussycat, and Pussycat would go through to the series semi-finals. Now, because Razer is the world champion, I think it would still be seeded 4th. For the 5th Wars, but in any case, Razer and Pussycat just don't end up fighting each other, and of course there's no grudge match in Extreme 1, and because that fight between Razer and Pussycat didn't happen, it means that we don't see Ian Lewis's bit at the end of the episode where he rants about what happened, basically, and because that didn't happen, there wouldn't be a lot of negative opinions of him in the Robot Wars community. Basically complaining about how he was, because obviously there was in the real timeline and real fight, there seemed to be this misunderstanding where it was assumed that the Pussycat team broke a gentleman's agreement. But obviously the Pussycat team didn't realise that Razer had broken down until Razer's wheels stopped moving. I mean, this was cleared up eventually, of course. Naturally, in any case, there'd be no negative opinions of Ian Lewis. Like, at that time, well, I say that because, well, I guess that does become the case when it comes to the European Championship fight between Razer and Tornado, and Ian objected to giving the win to Tornado, which caused the fallout between him and Vinnie Blood, which led to the team retiring. So, yeah, that would still end up happening. But in any case, getting back to the point, because, like I said, because Razer and Pussycat didn't meet in the heat final in this timeline, that grudge match doesn't happen, which means the main event of Robot Wars Extreme 1, Episode 4, would be replaced with something else. Possibly that untelevised fight between Hypnodisc and the other robot in the Wildcard Warriors series that was going on. Now, this was written down on the wiki somewhere, but yeah, Hypnodisc actually lost to this robot. I forget the name of it, and it was the only time where a veteran lost. But for some reason it wasn't televised. So I can't think why. Or if they didn't do that, then maybe there'd be all the more reason to have this People's Choice fight thing that I heard about, and the most popular one was everyone wanting to see Hypnodisc fight Razer, but both teams didn't want to do it because they didn't want to risk their robots getting damaged for the sake of entertainment, which, you know, I do understand, to be fair. But I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, well, surely it can be one of those fights that's done after Series 5 was filmed, right? I mean, we would have loved to see it, and it would have shown who would have won a fight between Hypnodisc and Razer. But all we have is the best guesses, which someone wrote down, which was in a Series 3 setting, Razer would win. Same if it was a Series 6 setting. If it was Series 4, Hypnodisc would. And if it was Series 5, it would depend on who gets to whom first, although my best guess would be Hypnodisc, and that's not biased favouritism towards Hypnodisc, absolutely not. I'm just simply saying that that's my best guess, which I went over in a few previous episodes. So yeah, pretty short and sweet answer there. So that's basically what would happen if Razer broke down earlier in Series 4. So yeah. And yeah, that definitely covers it. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching.